Hi beautiful souls, welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome in, guys. If you could not tell, I am so excited to do today's pick a card reading. First of all, oh my gosh, that was so loud. First of all, guys, October is my birthday month, okay? So that is why I'm really excited to do today's reading, because my birthday is this month, October 29th. All of my Scorpios, how are you doing out there? And I love Halloween. I love the spooky season. I love horror movies. It's an amazing month, okay, to be alive, and I'm so excited. We're gonna be doing a monthly prediction for October, and yeah, we're just gonna see what's gonna go down in October. We're gonna get through, we're gonna bring through any messages surrounding, you know, changes that are going to be happening in October, possibly energy around love. We'll just see what Spirit wants to bring through, okay? We're just going to leave this reading completely open to Spirit. Whatever they want to bring through about October is kind of what messages we're going to be bringing through today. So guys, if you want to follow me on other social medias, they are going to be linked down below. I have my Instagram and TikTok linked down below. And I also have my new business linked down below. If you guys want to check that out, that would be really, really awesome. And yeah, so today, guys, I decided to do like pick a symbol. So you're not going to be picking from crystals. You're not going to be picking from a card. You're going to be picking a Halloween symbol, okay? So pile number 1 is going to be a pumpkin. Pile number 2 is going to be a ghost. Pile number 3 is going to be a bat. And pile number 4 is going to be a witch. Okay, so I'm going to pop all of those symbols up right now and take as much time as you need. Okay, so guys, definitely pause the video if you need more time. Take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, and you know, just really ground your energy, call on your spirit guide team, call upon your guardian angels, and just ask them to help you guide you to the symbol that is most going to resonate with you. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the pumpkin, and I will see the rest of you beautiful souls at your pile. Hi beautiful souls that chose pile number 1, or if you chose the pumpkin, welcome in, guys. I'm so excited about today's reading. We're gonna be seeing what's gonna be going down for you guys in the month of October. Okay, so I'm gonna start with shuffling a Moonology card, and then we are gonna kind of just dive into your message and see what's going down for you in the month of October. So, Spirit, can you please communicate the main theme of the month of October for pile 1? I'm hearing till death do us part. Till death do us part. There's like wedding energy around October. Like bride and groom energy or something about a wedding. So initially I'm kind of receiving the message that some of you will be attending a wedding in the month of October. And they also just showed me October 27th being very, very significant. Okay. So let's see. I'm also hearing the Mona Lisa as a symbol and sign for you guys. The Mona Lisa. And then like an artist, you're an artist. I'm also seeing energy around museums and like going to a museum or wanting to put your art in a museum. Let's see. October for the pumpkins, the people that chose the pumpkins. Okay, so guys, you got a personal issue reaches resolution. Okay. I also just heard taking some time out for yourself. Yeah, and we also have on the bottom of the deck a time for healing. Interesting. So October, what I'm initially getting with these 2 cards, and we'll also shuffle some tarot, I'm almost kind of getting a slower month for you guys, or like retrospection, where you're kind of like taking a moment. Spirit is just showing me someone sitting by the water and just kind of thinking about life is what Spirit is telling me. So maybe we're like thinking about where we want to go next. Maybe we're thinking about what we want to do next. And a very vital part, Spirit is saying, about figuring out what we want to do next is taking that moment to pause. I really feel like when we're always in a rush or we're always just trying to like force something to happen, everything can just feel so cluttered and confusing. So it's like when you take the moment to pause, you really can just figure things out. Like sometimes you just need that moment to pause, sit back and just say like, what do I want to do with my life? Just like almost coming to a conclusion within yourself of just like, I just need to feel okay first is what I'm hearing. And just like, I need to just be okay within my own skin. And I'm almost getting this feeling of like inner healing needs to take place first is kind of what spirit is showing me. And so it's like this feeling of like right now in the month of October, what spirit is showing me is like, it's not a good month to make things happen quickly. It doesn't feel like it's a good month to make very like irrational decisions. Like it doesn't feel like it's a good month to make quick decisions. It just kind of feels like it's a month where you just need to kind of like pause and just like observe, like just pause and observe your surroundings and just like, just take a moment to just be. Spirit is saying October, I feel like is going to be a month where you just kind of be, if that makes sense. You just exist. There's nothing to do. You're not trying to be super productive. You're just existing, okay? And you're seeing what that feels like for a little bit. Feels like the month of October is going to be very slow. And it feels like it's going to be almost like, okay, Spirit is showing me a couple different things. Some of you are like living with your family or you're moving back home to like settle, just kind of settle your energy. You're not sure where you want to go next. Others of you are also just super confused about like, maybe like what your job is going to end up being or what you want to do with your life, or like some of you are trying to figure out kind of what your niche is, like what you're good at. Kind of that kind of thing. It's like almost this feeling in October is like you're like investigating yourself. You're figuring out about yourself. You're asking yourself questions that you've never asked yourself before. You're kind of almost doing a deep dive. Like it's just like you're diving into like who you are, who you want to become. What does it mean to be me? Like I know these are very broad like questions, but it feels like it's super essential for you, pile one, because I almost kind of feel like you have to gain your footing, Spirit is saying. You have to gain your footing. And what that means to me is like you have to gain that sense of stability within yourself. It's like you're almost kind of shaky right now. Your sense of self is like not stable. I almost kind of feel like I'm hearing like patterns. There's certain patterns that you're having to break through. Some of you, there's also, with a time for healing here, I almost kind of feel like there could have been a recent breakup going on, and so you're trying to kind of heal your heart, and there's just like a lot of thought about this ex and this person in your past, and there's just a lot of energy around like breakups. I'm also getting like friendships breaking up, and also like trying to figure out who you are as an individual. And like, I don't know, I feel like for a lot of your life, you've been surrounded by a lot of people. Like you've been a very social person. You've had a lot of friends. You've always dated someone. And it almost feels like October is going to challenge that. October might be a little bit more lonely, where you're just like, you're the only person looking at yourself in the mirror. There's no one else around. And the challenge is like, who am I by myself? Who am I without that person? Who am I without that person? And just trying to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who am I? I know this is crazy and it feels like such a broad question, but October, I would be asking like, who am I? Like, what does it mean to be me? That's what I really am kind of getting. So I do kind of want to read these cards real quick, and then I want to shuffle some more cards and dive way deeper into your message. And this also says full moon in Cancer. So there is Cancer energy coming through, which is, to me, Cancer is a very sensitive energy and it's a very emotional energy. So just be prepared for October to be a super emotional month. I feel like there could also be a lot of grief work. I just feel like there's going to be a lot of emotions that are going to bubble to the surface, okay? And very fast. Like there is just going to be an intense emotional like energy in the month of October. So like be ready to feel everything is kind of what I'm getting. I want to read this card real quick. So it says things are likely to get very heated as full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move towards your goals or dreams. So it's also like this feeling of like you're going to be very sensitive as well is what Spirit is saying. So also just like what is Spirit trying to say? You're going to be very sensitive, so just be aware of like also like what you're putting yourself around or who you're hanging around, because I do feel like October could be a month where you're very likely to get triggered by something, whether that be like, I almost kind of feel like there's some pain that's resurfacing from the past. There's like a lot of Ten of Swords energy, like painful cycles that are either ending in the month of October or I don't know, just like there seems to be a lot of endings that you've recently dealt with. In October, it kind of feels like you're still dealing with that, and there's still this potential for you to get very triggered by the things that are happening around you. So like if you need to like go in your cocoon, go in your cocoon. Like don't put yourself around something if it's gonna make things worse or if it's gonna trigger you too much, okay, is what Spirit is saying. So I want to read this card real quick as well. It says a time for healing. Okay, it says pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past and a bright future is beckoning. However, before you take your next step, make sure that both you and the situation feel healed. This is not a time to paper over cracks or to simply pretend that everything is okay. Rather, you still need a little more time to heal and soothe both yourself and anyone else in need. I'm just hearing like karma as well. Like again, October feels like this month where I'm hearing the song like I'm patching up the holes until it overflows. I'm not doing too well. Like I don't know if October is going to be this month where you're like, you feel like a champion of your life. Like it does feel like a slower month is all I'm going to say. So I would be prepared for that. I would also just be prepared for the month of October. Like I just feel like a lot of shit is going to be brought up, like that you thought was over. Like it just feels like it's going to be brought back up. Like anything that is not healed will be brought back up in the month of October. So if there's anything that you've just kind of pushed to the side and you're like, I'll deal with that later, it's going to creep back up in October. You might get a call from an ex or an ex-best friend and it might be re-triggered again, but it's only because there's still more healing that needs to take place around certain situations in your life, okay? Overload. I'm hearing like emotional overload for October. So I do want to get some tarot as well, pile one, to dive a little bit deeper into your message. Okay, Spirit, pile one, the month of October. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups. Is this reversed or upright, Spirit? Reversed. Ten of Cups reversed. I just heard we're acknowledging what we're leaving behind. We are acknowledging what we're leaving behind. Okay. So sorry about the barks, guys, in the back. Okay, this is interesting. So, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so October is all about how can I redefine my sense of self. October is all about authenticity. Who am I as an individual? Who am I without all of these other people around me? And it's about just figuring out who you want to be, what you want to become, what you want to communicate to the world. And just like it's very much a you month without anyone else around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, guys. The past will be brought up. a lot will be brought up around what you need to let go of and why you can't have your new beginning yet. I do feel like there is a new beginning on the horizon, but it's almost like I can't have my new beginning yet because there's still things that I need to let go of. And it feels like October is going to be that month where all of that is going to be dealt with. So I'm also hearing don't settle for less than you deserve. So it's also a matter of like recognizing your worth, recognizing what you deserve, and how some of the people in your past didn't recognize that within you and didn't treat you the way that they should have treated you. I also just feel like with the Ace of Swords, it is going to be a foggy month. It is going to be a month where you feel like you don't have a whole lot of clarity, and it's going to be a month where you're just kind of almost like moving around with the blindfold on, like you're not going to know all the answers and you're just going to have to like be okay with that. Okay. And I think this is all because the answers in the month of October are going to be coming from within. So October is really going to challenge you to look within for all of the answers instead of looking outside of you, which might be a little bit challenging because you're used to having a lot of people that surround you and you're used to having like not the answers given to you, but maybe you're used to just having more support from people around you. But it's almost like October, it's like you're gonna have to look for the support within yourself, okay? It's almost like you're gonna have to be the one that pulls yourself together. And it is gonna be super challenging, but it's also gonna be a great lesson for you to learn in the month of October. I do feel like with Death in the reverse, you're going to be challenged to look at all the things that you're still holding on to. And it's going to be that kind of month, like all the things that are still preventing you from moving forward, which is why I feel like there's going to be so much healing and so much brought up from the past. I also feel like with the Ten of Cups in the reverse, there could be like some sort of separation that is brought back up. The Ten of Cups to me is like this separation from another person. So I almost feel like energy around a separation is going to be brought back up. It does feel like this took place in the past, but with the Six of Swords in the reverse, it shows that you're still stuck on it. And so there still needs to be work done around that because you feel like you can't reach the light at the end of the tunnel, and that's okay. You're still like in that darkness. And for some of you, you feel like maybe you can't let go of something completely. And I think October is just going to be asking the questions of like, why can't I let go of this person? Why can't I let go of that certain thing? And it's just going to be all about finding answers. And the only way to find answers is to ask yourself the really hard questions. Okay? It's like October, the answers are not going to be given to you. You're going to have to go within and you're going to have to soul search and you're going to have to ask all the challenging questions that most people don't want to ask. Okay? So let's see, what else does pile one need to know? Yeah, Death came out in the reversed again, and we also have Devil. So again, Devil. What am I still attached to in my past that is preventing me from moving forward? Because there is something here that you are strongly attached to that is like holding you back tremendously. For some of you, it's the group that you're hanging around. It's a certain friend group. It's some sort of toxic behavior. And it's like with Death here, it's like, you know, there needs to be an end to it, like a permanent end to whatever it is. And I feel like you do know this. But it's like almost this feeling of like, what am I getting? It's almost this feeling of like, I know I need to let go of this, but I don't know what it is. It's just like, but I hold on, but I don't know why I hold on, but I continue to hold on. But I think October, you're really going to have to face this of like, what unhealthy things are in my life. And it could be kind of one of those hard months where it's like, you know, everything that is unhealthy is being pointed out to you. Okay, all of those toxic traits that you have, all of those limiting belief systems that you have, everything that seems to be holding you back is going to kind of be pointed out in the month of October. So I also want to get an animal card for you, pile number one. Let's see. Spirit, can you give us some more clarity around pile number one? for the month of October. Pile 1 in the month of October. Okay, so we also have the kangaroo and the cow coming out as animals that are going to be supporting you. And I'm going to have to read these cards to get a better picture of what they're trying to communicate. Kangaroo. Let's take a look. This is a card of wise, balanced, compassionate leadership. Interesting. So I almost kind of feel like you've never been a leader in your life. You've always kind of let other people not control you, but I feel like you've always listened to the opinions of other people, or kind of like surrounded yourself around a ton of people all the time, and you've kind of identified with the people that you hang around. For example, like when someone asks you about yourself, it's like, well, I'm friends with this person, I'm dating that person. But I think what October is going to challenge you to do is to find your own identity. And I think some of you are going to realize how much more outspoken you are than you give yourself credit for, and how much more of a leader you are than you give yourself credit for. And so I really do feel like, I don't know why I'm getting soul purpose energy. I feel like one of your purposes is to like help people on a very spiritual level, and to like be a leader for other people. And I feel like whatever happens in October is going to show you how you can be a leader in your own life. It's almost going to challenge you so much that it makes you recognize your strength within yourself. And because of that, I think later in life, you're going to help other people recognize the strength within them. Okay, pile number 1. So it's almost like you're going to end up teaching other people how to get over their unhealthy habits as well. Okay, so let me know if this resonated with you, pile number 1. Make sure to subscribe, click the notification bell to get notified every time I upload a brand new video. And I'm going to move on to pile number 2. Hi, beautiful souls that chose pile number 2, or if you chose the ghost, welcome in. This is your reading on what's going to be happening in the month of October, okay? So I'm going to start with a Moonology card for you, pile number 2, and then we are going to just see what else Spirit wants to say. I also have some tarot that we're going to be shuffling as well. So Spirit, pile 2, the ghost. I'm hearing battered and bruised. Okay, so Spirit, can I ask what the main theme for pile 2 is going to be? Okay, so a card already fell out. So we have what do you need to release coming out for you, pile number 2. And at the bottom of the deck, we have look at the bigger picture. How could this, okay, so I'm almost getting this feeling for you, pile number 2, in the month of October of how is it ever going to get better? Or there's this very daunting energy where October feels like almost like unbearable, or almost like how am I ever going to get through this? Or like I need help, or I need backup, or I need support. It almost kind of feels like with look at the bigger picture is like, I don't know why I'm getting like the present moment in October is going to be so like, I'm almost feeling like, okay, so I almost feel like the present moment in October, like the energy surrounding October is going to feel super scary. Not scary, that's the wrong word. I almost just feel like there's going to be certain things in October that seem like unbearable, or there's things that you're going through right now that just feel like, how am I ever going to get through this? Like, I don't see an end to the pain that I'm going through, or I don't see an end to the grief that I'm experiencing. Like, it just feels like one of those things where it just feels like, how is anything ever going to get better? Like, that's what I'm feeling. It feels like October could be a month where you feel like you're in an inescapable winter. And it's like, when is summer showing up? When is all the ice gonna melt? When is the sun gonna come back up? I don't know, this just feels like a tough energy, okay, in October. And it feels like, it's almost like, I don't know what you're going through. It just feels like one of those things where it's like, it almost just kind of feels like you don't see a way out of whatever you're going through. Like you don't see a way out, or you don't see a way that it's going to get better. It just feels like everything is just coming at you all at once. And sometimes spirit will communicate like live in the present moment, focus on the present moment. But with this pile in particular, imagine you're almost going to have to go out of your present moment. Like when things get really, really tough, you're almost going to have to visualize the bigger picture, and you're going to have to visualize what your life is going to be like after this moment, because it feels like it could get really tough in October, or right now in your life, things are just like, I'm just getting like things are flying at you. Like it just feels like so much energy is all around you right now, pile 2. It just feels inescapable is what I'm hearing. Like, I don't know. I feel like you feel caged in by something. So I would feel like some of you are also super restless. Like you can't get a lot of sleep. Maybe you're experiencing a lot of anxiety, or like a lot of troublesome thoughts, or, you know, maybe there's just some challenging things that you're going through. I don't know what it is specifically, but look at the bigger picture always makes me think that like things are going to get better. Like we are more than, it's almost this feeling of like, you're more than who you are today. Okay, you have to think of what you're going to become. It's like, don't look around at your life right now and think that this is how it's going to be forever, because I feel like that might be super scary for you. Like I really do feel like from this pile in particular, it feels like there's a lot of fear that things aren't going to get better, that, you know, the law of attraction isn't going to work. I feel a very doubtful energy for you, pile 2, where you try really hard to just like do your meditations and do the law of attraction, but it's this feeling of like, when's it showing up? Like, when's my manifestation showing up? When is the sun gonna come up? When is like the gift going to be given to me? Because it feels just so hard right now, and it's like, when will it get better is kind of the energy that I'm picking up for you, pile number 2. Yeah, 4 of Cups. It's a very disconnected energy where you just feel super disconnected right now from other people. I feel like you're super disconnected from just everyone around you. You're like in your own little bubble, in your own thoughts, and you don't know how to escape that sometimes. It's like you just get caught up in here is what Spirit is saying. The 4 of Cups, I feel like, is a very lonely energy as well. I feel like it can get super lonely for you at times, and it can just feel like, you know, no one's coming to help me, or that life just is never going to get better. But it's like Spirit is saying it will, but it's also at the same time, it's just like, I just feel like you're so just like, I just feel like you're so in the present moment, and everything that's going on around you is just so intense that it can be challenging to imagine a world that is different than the one that you're living in right now. You know, with everything going on, all the death that is happening around us with the pandemic, it just can feel dark. And that's what October may feel like at times, is what Spirit is acknowledging. Like you may have these moments where you get super dark, or you get super up in your head, and you're just like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. But let's see what else is coming out for you, pile 2, for October. The Hangman. Yep. The Emperor. Is that reversed or upright? Yeah, I just feel for you in particular, pile 2, there's a lot of things that are out of your control. it just feels like almost as if the universe is working against you at times, and that it just feels like there are a lot of things that are out of your control. And honestly, the biggest thing that is showing up here for you, pile 2, is needing to have a perspective change with the Hanged Man. As hard as it may be, there has to be a perspective change here. Because I don't know, you have to look at the world in a more positive way in the month of October. I just feel like there needs to be more positivity that infiltrates your life. So I feel like Spirit is suggesting like to do things that make you excited. Like whether it be, I don't know, dancing, getting up and dancing, watching a funny show. It's like you need to do something to shift your energy. It's like, don't get stuck in this downward spiral. I feel like pile 2 in particular, I feel like sometimes you guys spiral. Like when you start thinking negatively, it just spirals out of control. And then the Emperor in the reverse, all of a sudden you're just out of control of everything. Okay, but the big picture thinking here is that you control your thoughts, so you control your reality. So everything that's going on right now, Spirit wants you to know that like you're in control of it. I'm not saying that you caused it, but what Spirit wants you to know is that you have the power to get out of it with your own thinking and with your own mindset. So I feel like, what is Spirit saying? Okay, don't let the world take you down is what I'm hearing. It's like, it's very easy to look around right now with everything going on, maybe death that is going on in your life, pain, grief, whatever you feel like you are personally going through. It's very easy to get caught up in all of that and just get dragged down with it. Okay, but it's like if you can just like look at it and observe it but not take it on, be in the world but not of it. Like you don't have to be the negativity. You can be experiencing negative situations, but you can also try to they're like saying diverge it in a different direction. So like you may be in negative situations right now, toxic situations, or just stressful environments that are causing anxiety. Observe it, but don't take it on. Okay, I feel like you're taking too much on of what's happening around you. And it's almost like you're taking things like too seriously is what Spirit is saying. Is like, trying to think. I feel like you're almost too much in that human perspective. Like you are so up in your head that everything feels so real. Like right now, like everything that is going on around you, it's just like so up close and so in your face, and it feels so real. And I feel like you're feeling everything so intensely. I feel like some of you possibly have experienced a lot of death, and death is not real is what your guidance is saying. As hard as that is for people to want to believe, death is not real. They're just in another world right now. Their energy is still there, their energy is still around you, their energy is still supporting you, but from that human perspective, you think that they don't exist anymore. Okay, and it feels like you're in a 3D perspective right now. That's why everything is so hard, because you're not viewing things from a higher perspective, is what Spirit is saying. It's almost like you're too much in your human experience, and that's why everything feels so hard and why everything feels so intense, is because you're taking everything on as like a life or death challenge. You're not seeing that everything is merely an illusion and that you're a soul living a human experience. Okay? So it's almost like you've got to connect to that higher part of yourself. You've got to connect to that inner wisdom within yourself, or you won't make it through. Because the human part of you is gonna view everything as just bad. But the inner part of you, the soul part of you, is gonna view everything as just like a way to fulfill your purpose, if that makes sense. So it's almost like you've got to reconnect to the part of you that incarnated on Earth in the first place. Because you right now, maybe some of you feel like you just can't do it anymore. So you've got to reconnect to that inner part of you and regain the knowledge of why you chose to be in this existence in the first place. You've got to rediscover your purpose of why you're here, because I feel like you're getting lost in the sauce. You're getting lost in the human experience. And it's so mind-boggling to you because you're just getting hit around like a little ping pong ball. You're letting this experience and this experience just hit you around like a ping pong ball. You're just letting everything beat you up and beat you to the ground. It's like you've got to tune back in and figure out what your purpose is again. I almost feel like you're letting life... I feel like I'm speaking in tongues right now, but like this is what Spirit is saying. It's almost like you're letting life push you around. Like you're letting life bully you. You're in control of life. But when we step into that human part of ourselves and we get too in our 3D, we forget that we're in control. We forget that we control our destiny. We forget that we control the outcomes in our life. We forget about the law of attraction. We forget that our thoughts create our reality. And I feel like that's what's happening. You're forgetting that your negative thinking is creating everything that's happening around you. You have to respond to situations differently. When something bad happens, you can't let that coat you in pain forever, is what Spirit is saying. When something bad happens, you can't let that define you forever. You have to push back and think positively and redefine your life. You can't let experiences control you. You can't let bad experiences make you feel bad forever. You have to recognize that like you're in the driver's seat. And if you don't like what's happening right now in your life, you can change that. I feel like part of it is you forgetting your purpose. Part of it is you forgetting your power. And you're forgetting that like, I don't know, I feel like you're literally forgetting your power. And it's like, you're getting so lost. It's like, come back down to earth. Reconnect with your soul. Reconnect with your power. Okay, let's see, Spirit, what else for pile number 2? Yeah, Justice in the reverse and the Ten of Swords. So much is going on for you right now. Justice in the reverse, it just feels like you feel like the universe is working against you. You feel out of control. Ten of Swords. Just pain. I feel like you're experiencing a lot of pain. Tough cycles are ending in your life. And you don't know how it's ever going to get better. But this Page of Wands says that you need to reconnect with the soul part of yourself. You need to reconnect with the spirit that was so excited to incarnate on earth. There's a reason and a purpose that you're here. And I feel like the Page of Wands is suggesting that you need to rediscover that. You need to rediscover what brings you joy. You need to rediscover what brings you excitement. You need to rediscover why you're here. Because you're not here just to experience all of this pain. I feel like you're just getting lost in it. You're getting lost in everything that's going around you and you're forgetting your destination. You're forgetting your path. And which is... You maybe veer off path a little bit, but Spirit is saying it is so easy to get right back on path. Okay? Okay, so let's see. Spirit, I would like an animal for pile 2. You guys got the bat. Okay, interesting. See through illusion and into truth. What did I say? Everything that's happening around you right now is an illusion. Okay? I know this sounds crazy, but the human experience is not real, okay? We're in a game, Spirit is saying. Like, we are a soul that incarnated into a body. You're looking through a lens. Nothing is real. The real part of you is that soul part of you. Nothing is real, Spirit is saying. I don't know who needs to hear that. Nothing is real. It's all an illusion. Let's see what the bat says. Choosing this card suggests you open your heart and pour love into caring for and nurturing those close to you. When you raise the frequency of your heart, and enables your throat chakra to expand too. Interesting. Your guidance is to also look at the world with fresh eyes, perceive everything with wisdom, listen to your intuition to discover the reasons beyond the obvious, expand your life, and remember there is always a new way to do things. You have to look at life in a different perspective. I feel like these cards resemble one another. It's time to change your perspective, see things from a different perspective. Spirit is challenging you to view life through a different lens. You have to view life through a different lens, or your life will always be this challenging, okay? So let me know, pile 2, if this resonated. Make sure to subscribe, click the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a brand new video, and I'm gonna move on to pile number 3. Hi beautiful souls that chose pile 3, or if you chose the bat, welcome in to your October reading. I'm so excited to dive into this today, and we're just going to be seeing what the general theme around October is going to be for you, pile 3. So I'm going to start with the Moonology card. I just heard follow through, like follow through with your projects. Stop procrastinating, follow through with things. It feels like for you, pile 3, commit your energy to something in the month of October and follow through with it. I'm also hearing a watch pot never boils as well. A watched pot never boils. Okay, so what Spirit is saying is do something as well. I'm hearing do something, then let go of it. Focus your energy on something, put all your work and effort into something, and then let go of it, surrender it to the universe. Because I almost feel like you're waiting on something to happen. I don't know why I'm hearing this. You're waiting on something to happen, but it will happen the moment you turn away from it. It's almost like you're so focused on this thing, you're so focused on wanting this thing to happen, and it's like the minute you just kind of turn away from it and go do something else, that's when it's going to take place, or that's when it's going to happen. Okay, let's see. A bunch of different messages are coming through for you, pile 3. I'm also seeing the vision of a piano as well. Okay, so I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm hearing for you in particular, pile 3, it's like you need to commit your energy to something, but it's like, what am I trying to say? It's like once you do it, be done with it. Oh my God, that doesn't make any sense. That's not gonna, I gotta think of an example. Okay, for example, it's like, I'm gonna use the example of like a YouTube channel. It's like Spirit is saying you need to focus on making videos. And then once you're done making them, post them and just let them go is what I'm getting. Just like make the video, post it, and then let it go. Stop thinking about it. For others of you, if you like write something and then you publish it, write it, publish it, let it go. Like it's almost like think about it, do it, then let it go. I don't know who needs to hear that. It's like put out whatever work you need to put out, release it into the universe, and then let it go. Let it be what it needs to be. For example, it's like Spirit is just saying like, don't overthink things. Don't second guess yourself. Just like do it and then be done with it. Stop like overthinking, second guessing, questioning yourself. Is this right? Is this wrong? Just like do it. Stop procrastinating. Just do what needs to be done. Do it. Post it, and then let it go and move on to the next thing. That's how you get ahead in life. Just be done with it. I almost just feel like pile 3 in October, stop overthinking. Spirit is saying, stop like procrastinating. Should I do it this way or that way? Pick a way to do it, and then move on. And you can do it another way the next time. Just stop overthinking is what Spirit is communicating to you, pile 3. Stop overthinking. They're literally slamming on the table. Stop overthinking. Like, stop. It's almost preventing you from moving forward. It's like you are never going to take a step, are you? Because every time you take a step, you're like, should I have taken it a little bit to the right? Oh God. And then you take a step back. Should I have taken it a little bit to the left? Like, no, just like take a step and then take another step, and don't think too much about all the little details. You're getting wrapped up, Spirit is saying, in all the little details, pile 3. That's what's stopping you from moving forward, is because you're thinking too much about the details. You need to be thinking about the bigger picture. Think about the end goal, pile 3. October is going to be all about what is the end goal? where do I want to end up at? Don't think about how you're going to get there. That's up to spirit. If you're listening to your intuition, if you're listening to your guidance, if you're trusting what spirit is telling you to do, they'll worry about the details. All you need to think about and all you need to tell spirit is where you want to go. Type in the GPS, spirit, where you want to go, and they will get you there. All you have to do is just trust them. You do your job, spirit is saying, and they'll do their job. It's almost like you are thinking so much about the details and you are trying to be so in control of every situation that you don't allow it to unfold naturally. And when we don't allow things to unfold naturally, it makes us hit a roadblock because you're not letting things happen for yourself. It's like the path wants to unfold for you, pile 3, but it's like almost you don't want it to unfold for yourself. It's like, I feel there is so much success, pile 3, coming for you, or there's just so much alignment. It just feels like everything's in alignment, pile 3. So stop trying to be so in control of everything. It's like you are huffing and puffing over whatever it is that you want, which is almost blocking it from coming through. Like you almost have to surrender a little bit. The example I can give is like, when you're trying to manifest something, they say to write it down, visualize it, then let it go. Like don't think about it too much because that stops it from coming in. That's kind of what you need to do. It's like write it down, tell spirit what you want, tell the universe what you want, then surrender it. And just trust that it's going to show up when it needs to show up and that it's going to show up in the way that it wants to show up and that you most need it to show up. Okay, you are in control of your life, but it's also like I think you make things more stressful than they have to be because of the way you overthink and because of the way you just like, you put too much time into the details, spirit is saying. You put too much time into the details. So bottom of the deck, you have prosperity lies ahead, and then you also have communication is key. So with communication is key and the Gemini energy coming through here, I do feel like whatever is happening in October is going to be about socializing and communicating something. So whether you're communicating through writing or you're talking to people on an online platform, or maybe you're just trying to like communicate with people at your work, it's almost like you need to build relationships with people is what spirit is saying in the month of October, and like try to move your way up the ladder. Like if you work in a job, it's almost like talk to people that are ahead of you so that you can learn from them and like try to get ahead, or ask people that are already in the field that you want to work in so that you can gain more knowledge. This is also a big theme that is coming up in October, is like ask questions and learn as much as humanly possible in the month of October. I feel like with communication is key. I feel like there could be brand deals or sponsorships or companies that reach out to you if you have like an online platform, or I just see like a lot of people. I don't know how else to explain that. Spirit is just showing me a lot of communication and like building relationships with the right people are getting noticed by the right people, if that makes sense. It's like if someone who has like a higher up position than you notices you, that's all you need. It's like you only need one person to notice you. You only need one person to see how great you are, and then they can, I don't know, they're just saying you only need one person to notice you. So it's like if the right person sees your work, that's all you need. You just need the right person to notice you, if that makes sense. So I almost feel like too, just like building relationships with the right people is what keeps coming through. So I don't know if you need to like try to get connections with people that are more higher up than you or something like that. There's something about like building connections with people. And like, I'm hearing also like you're setting the bar. Like there's something about you being very good at what you do. And Spirit is telling me that you set the bar really, really high. Like, I don't know, compared to everyone else in your field, like you set the bar really, really high. And it's also this feeling to pile 3 of like you having this very natural talent to do something. Like it flows super easy for you and it comes very natural to you. And it's like, you don't have to try hard to be at the top. You just are, because it's like this God-given talent that you have, or it's just this natural ability you have. And for some of you, maybe it is your communication skills. Like you just have this natural people-pleasing, not people-pleasing, but you have natural people skills where you can just like talk to people, communicate with people. You're on some next level shit is what Spirit is also saying, okay? You're thriving is what I'm also hearing. I also feel like some of you are working on building a business for yourself, or you're working on like branding yourself. You also have Surrender to the Divine at the bottom of the deck. And I also feel like there's a lot of energy in the month of October where your hard work is going to pay off. So yeah, the energy is gaining momentum. Luck is on your side. It feels like there's a lot of good luck energy in the month of October. It feels like a lot of your manifestations are going to be coming through. And it feels like all you need to do is keep following the path ahead. It feels like everything is on track. So don't let your limiting belief systems hold you back. Don't let your doubts hold you back, because it feels like you are moving in the right direction. And all Spirit needs you to do right now is to trust yourself. Trust yourself, trust your abilities, trust your natural talents. It feels like that's all moving in the right direction and that's all working out for you. I feel like with the end of a tough cycle approaches, I feel like this is saying that like your hard work is about to pay off. And it's like if you've been grinding, if you've been putting in that energy, you are about to have this breakthrough moment in the month of October where you reap a lot of the rewards, okay? Or you kind of like reap what you've sown is what Spirit is saying. I'm also hearing that you're going to be getting dental work done in the month of October possibly, or there's going to be talks about getting dental work done. Maybe you're getting braces or something like that. A craniotomy. There's something about your head as well. Like if you don't, okay, I'm going to say this before I say this. Like some of you may be getting some sort of procedure on your head. If you are not aware of that, then disregard this message. But some of you, yeah, and look, the crown chakra, there's also something about your head here, or your crown chakra opening. So like, I'm also hearing like next level psychic stuff, like your crown chakra's opening. I'm also hearing you're going to be feeling revitalized. So it also feels like your energy is going to be top notch in the month of October. Like it feels like you're going to have a lot of energy to do a lot of different things. It feels like you're going to be very productive in the month of October. And I just feel like your energy isn't scattered. You're just getting so much done. Like you're getting all these different things done is what Spirit is saying. You're just getting all these different things done. And I also see like a lot of confidence within self and confidence within your path and confidence in whatever you're doing with the Queen of Pentacles. Like you are the queen, and like in October, it's like you know you're the queen. It's like there's no question on whether or not you are the queen. You just are, and you're kind of accepting that role as being at the top. So what I want to say here as the advice is don't let it get to your head. Just like always be humble and kind is what Spirit is saying, which I feel like you are, but it's also at the same time is just like, I feel like your life really is starting to align with yourself. I feel like your life really is starting to align. So don't self-sabotage, okay? Don't talk yourself out of a good thing. Don't make yourself feel bad when nothing bad is happening. Like don't sabotage this, whatever is going to happen. Don't sabotage your success. Don't sabotage your confidence, okay? Is what I'm kind of getting. Don't self-sabotage whatever is about to happen for you. We also have strength here as well. So there is Leo energy coming through. We also have that infinity symbol. So whatever you want, go after it in the month of October to infinity and beyond, whatever you want to create. With strength here, it's also this feeling of stepping into your courage, stepping into your confidence, and just like feeling good within your own skin, okay? It's the Leo energy. It's like feeling confident, recognizing your worth, that kind of a thing is going to be taking place in the month of October. Okay, we also have the Queen of Swords. So a lot of Queen energy. We've got air sign energy, earth sign energy. I mean, the Queen of Swords, guys, it's also, I feel like it kind of links with communication is key. I feel like your communication skills are absolutely amazing. And I feel like in the month of October, you're communicating something, or you're standing in your truth in some way, shape, or form, or you're voicing your opinion, or you're speaking your truth, okay, is what I'm seeing here. Or you're calling out people for their lies and their bullshit. It just feels like with the Queen of Swords, there's a lot of honesty that you're going to be bringing to the table in the month of October. Like, you are laying out the truth in the month of October, the truth of who you are, and you're also calling out people when they're not standing in their truth, okay? It feels like there's a very authentic energy that you're going to be stepping into in the month of October, and it just feels like that's that. You're just kind of stepping into this powerful role. You're speaking your truth, and that's why things are aligning with you, because you're aligning with yourself, and that's that, Spirit is saying, okay? So let's see what animal is going to be guiding you. I'm just also hearing you're going to be calling people out. Calling people out. Let's see. The tiger wanted to fall. Oh my gosh. Lady bird. Accept happiness and good fortune. Oh my gosh. I literally cannot make this up. So the ladybug is also heavily surrounding you at this time, bringing you all of these blessings and all of this magic that you're going to be creating in October. It feels so good. It feels so good. Yeah, accept good fortune. So I don't know, you might be seeing ladybugs. Wish upon a shooting star is what my spirit guides are saying, because anything that you want to achieve is achievable and is attainable in the month of October. This is crazy because pile 3 feels more uplifted than the last 2 piles. So yeah, is there anything else that I'm getting intuitively, Spirit, that you would like to communicate? I just feel like I'm getting businesswoman energy as well. Spirit is saying being a boss, being self-employed is also coming through. And just like furthering your career. It feels like there's a lot of career energy and a lot of focus around furthering your career and building your career from the ground up. We also have the ant. It says cooperate for the highest good. So again, before I leave you, make connections with people in the month of October. Get to know people, communicate with people, reach out to people. If you see someone who has a lot of knowledge, reach out and learn from other people that are higher up than you. Feels like that's going to be very beneficial. If there's someone who runs a business, reach out to them, email them, ask them questions so that you can gain more knowledge about how to run a business of your own, okay? Gain knowledge in the month of October is what Spirit is telling me. Knowledge equals power. The more knowledge you have, the more powerful you are. So if you see someone in a powerful position, reach out to them and ask them as many questions as you can in the month of October. I don't know what that's going to mean or how that's going to resonate with you, but that's what's coming through. Let me know, pile 3, what resonates with you. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile number 4. Hi, beautiful souls that chose pile 4, or if you chose the witch, welcome in, guys. I'm so excited to do this reading today. We are going to be seeing what the general theme of October is going to be for you. Okay, so I'm going to start with a Moonology card, and then we're going to also dive into tarot, and I also am going to be shuffling the animal that is going to be guiding you in the month of October. So let's see what's going to come through for you. So Spirit, we're tuning into pile 4. Everyone that chose the witch, what? I'm hearing what is in alignment for you. Whatever's in alignment for you will come to you. So your success will never miss you, okay, is what Spirit is saying. It's like destiny is a for sure thing, is what I'm hearing. It doesn't ever miss you, Spirit is saying. So I don't know who needs to hear that. I feel like some of you, in particular in pile number 4, in October, there may be times where you feel like you're running out of time, or like you need to hurry up, or like, I don't know, or like you're going to run out of time, or you're not going to be able to reach a certain goal. Like it feels like you're going to almost be like I don't know, it's almost like take your time with whatever you're doing. Like everything that is meant for you will show up for you exactly when it needs to show up for you, is what I'm hearing. It's like divine timing is heavily at play in the month of October. So there are going to be certain things Spirit is saying for pile 4 that you're going to expect in October and they're not going to happen. And it doesn't mean that they're never going to happen. It just means the timing was not right. It just means that Spirit is waiting for the right moment for something to happen. And sometimes we want to rush things and we want things right now, but sometimes it's just not meant. And sometimes we can't see what's in our highest good. And Spirit just wants you to have trust in that. Because right now it just, okay, so I don't know why Spirit is showing me this, but it just feels like your life feels like halted right now, or like something is not being shown to you. Like there is some sort of truth that is not being shown to you. It's almost like you're being hidden from the truth, or like Spirit does not want to show something to you yet. I don't know what it is, but it almost feels like Spirit is pushing you away from something, or they're shielding you from something in the month of October. And it's like you're trying really hard to push through this wall, but Spirit is saying there is a reason for this wall. There's a reason that you're not having this breakthrough moment. So I don't know what's going to happen in October, but Spirit knows what's best for you is what I'm hearing, pile 4. So if something falls through in the month of October, it's almost like there's something that you're expecting to happen in the month of October, and Spirit is saying it is not going to play out the way that you think it's going to play out. There's certain things that you're like really hopeful for in October, and it's like you may need to wait a little bit longer because October is not the month for them. It just doesn't feel right. It's not in alignment. The next 4 months are going to feel like this. Spirit is saying the next 4 months are going to feel like things aren't pushing through for you, but there's a reason for this. So what is it? October, November, December? Yeah, right? October, November. Yeah, damn. We are almost done with 2021. So I would say around February, things will start being revealed to you and your path will start being revealed to you. For some reason, Spirit does not want you to move forward right now. There might be other issues going on that you need to deal with, pile 4. It's like you're trying to push forward or rush ahead, but there's just some things that you need to deal with. There's some details that you need to deal with, or some minor things that you need to deal with. I even almost want to say health-related issues. If you do not know of any health-related issues, disregard this message. It feels like you would know about this. I am not predicting health. I don't do that. Go see a doctor. I am not a doctor. I'm not a medical licensed anything. I'm just saying it feels like you got to get yourself right first. Like maybe you're just feeling super tired. Maybe you're feeling exhausted. What I'm saying is maybe some of you know of a health issue that you have that you need to deal with. Some of you need to start exercising. Get yourself right first is what I'm hearing. You need to get your body right. You need to get your health right. You need to get something right within you first. It's like, I don't know if you guys overwork to death. Are you like, you're an overworker, or you work too hard, or you're pushing yourself too hard? But Spirit is almost forcing a break upon you, or they're forcing relaxation upon you. What's coming to me is like pleasure, is like, enjoy the pleasures of life. Spirit is saying you are missing out on life because of your constant strive to like be better and to reach your goals and to move on to the next thing. I feel like you guys never enjoy the present moment. You never enjoy the pleasures of the present moment because you're always focused on what's next and what you need to achieve next. And I feel like for you, pile 4, you're always trying to be productive. In October, you're going to want to be super productive and you're going to want things to move forward, but Spirit's like, no. Spirit is saying no. Like, no, you need to calm down. You need to relax. You need to just like chill for a minute. It's like, you don't need to always be so uppity and like all over the place and trying to be like achieve something. Like for some of you, you've already achieved a lot in this lifetime, or you've had this big achievement and you need to celebrate it. Like a recent achievement has occurred, or you've reached this certain level of success recently. Maybe like something really big happened, like a celebration. And it's like Spirit wants you to experience every part of that and not move on too quickly. It's like you move on too quickly, Spirit is saying. Like you don't enjoy things for what they are, or you don't enjoy things for as long as you could. So for example, say you just reach this certain level of success, it's like, enjoy it. Like don't move on from it too quickly. I feel like with emotions are running high, sometimes I think the reason you feel exhausted and tired is because you never reward yourself for the hard work you're doing, or you never experience the high of what you're doing. And the questions you need to be asking yourself in October, Spirit is saying, is why are you doing it? Do you know why you want to achieve the success? Like, I almost feel like you need to figure that out first, or you're going to be on a never-ending treadmill. Because it's like, you don't know what the reasoning is behind what you're doing or what the purpose is. And it's like, why try to achieve something? What is the goal? You know what I mean? What are you trying to get? Because it's like once you achieve it, if you don't feel all the highs of achievement, and if you don't feel all the highs of success, why do it? Like, why are you doing it? Like, make sure you enjoy the highs of your life and experience all of that for what it is. I'm also getting like, some of you need to go on vacation and just like literally disconnect from the world and just like not do anything. Like Spirit is encouraging you not to do anything in October. Like watch TV, eat good food, exercise. Just don't do anything. Just chill. Just chill. Like that's what I'm hearing. I feel like with emotions are running high, Spirit is talking about the emotions that we all want. You know, like to be in love. Maybe some of you just met someone. Go be in love. Go, you know, caress that person and be with that person and feel all of the highs of what love feels like. Go do that. For others of you, it's like maybe you just achieved some sort of success. Go out and get drunk. Celebrate, okay? Put confetti up in the air and dance around and twirl and sing at the top of your lungs and enjoy your life. It's your life. It's not a life's work. Life does not equal work. Life does not equal always on the treadmill trying to achieve the next thing or accomplish the next thing. Life is not a never-ending cycle of like achieve something, move on to the next. But that's what we've been taught. Is like once you achieve something, you got to go achieve something else. It's the same reason that right after you graduate high school, you immediately go to college, and then after you graduate college, you immediately get a job, and then you just work your whole life, and then you sit back and you're like, what is the point of this? You know what I mean? And you're like, wait a minute. Why am I working? You know, like what's the point? And you start to realize that you're working and you're just helping the rich get richer, and you're just stuck in their own little trap. It's like break out of that trap. You're not just supposed to be in this constant cycle your whole entire life. Okay? Okay, so I'm kind of getting like, you also need to redefine what your relationship with money is. Is like, if you have a lot of money, what's the point if you never use it or if you hoard it? Some of you hoard your money, Spirit is saying, and it's like, what's the point of getting money if you never spend it? Like, what's the point of getting money if you, like, try to be a cheap, like, scape or whatever? Like, what's the point? Why are you working for it then? Like, is there really a point? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're never going to use it. Like, also remember to treat yourself. Go out and buy something for yourself. I'm not saying to go overspend, but, like, you can treat yourself after a long day of work. Is what Spirit is saying, and like you can enjoy the luxuries of life. Like go buy new clothes, go out to eat at an expensive restaurant. Like you are missing out on the most amazing parts of being human. Like eating bad food, you know, like just like you're missing out on all of those amazing parts of what it means to be a human and what it means to live life. It's like Spirit is encouraging you in the month of October, go experience life. whatever that means to you. Go hang out with your friends, go see a movie, and just like be in life, feel the grass, smell the flowers, like be immensely involved in everything that you do and enjoy all of those little things like drinking coffee, sitting on the beach, watching the sunrise. Like, I know it sounds cliche, but you're not doing enough of that. You're getting so caught up in just like doing and doing and doing that you just forget why you're doing it. And then the next thing you know, you've been working for like 3 months and you're like, what is even the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? What's it all for? This is such an interesting reading and I absolutely freaking love it. So let's see, pile 4 Spirit, clarify their message for October. We have the 5 of Swords reverse. Some of you are going to be visiting old friends or you're going to be reconciling with people. Ace of Wands, you're going to be experiencing passion again, hanging out with friends. 3 of Cups, celebrating, drinking, going out, partying, dressing up, buying new clothes. What else are we doing in the month of October? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of Cups. We're revisiting people in our past, or we're revisiting childhood friends. We're making connections, because I feel like for you too, pile 4, you have been so disconnected from people and experiences with people, and you've been so disconnected from socializing with people or going on dates. And I feel like you need to reconnect with that, like doing things like partying or hanging out with people, laughing, drinking. For some of you, it's just like connecting. Some of you are going to be going back to childhood friends and just like catching up and just like connecting back to your heart space. Because to me, when we experience moments with other people, we reconnect with our heart center. We reconnect to who we are. You know, we reconnect to that vital part of ourselves that makes us enjoy life and that makes us feel fulfilled, which I feel like is something you're missing out on. I feel like with the Ace of Wands, you also need to reconnect with some excitement in the month of October, something that makes you feel fiery inside and passionate. Like, that's what I'm getting. So maybe go out on a date, okay? Connect with your sensual side of yourself. Go out is what I'm kind of getting for some of you. I'm also seeing New York City here in this card. So maybe some of you need to like go to New York City. Maybe you live in New York City, something like that. It's interesting. I feel like some of you have been a little bit of a hermit for too long, and Spirit is saying, stop being a hermit, stop being a boring little person, put on some clothes, put on a cute outfit, and go enjoy your fucking life, is what I'm kind of getting. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Temperance in the reverse. Temperance in the reverse, balance. Balance. There's something imbalanced. You're doing too much of work and not enough play and not enough having fun. So let's see what animal is guiding you, pile 4. Let's take a look. Okay, so you got wolf. Be independent but work together. Wolf makes me think of your pack, your soul tribe, and that's what you need to go out there and find for some of you. It's like, go find your tribe. It's like, I think you've been alone for too long, and it's like you need to go reconnect with your tribe or like your wolf pack. Like, be independent but work together. Like, it's okay to have your independence, but that doesn't mean you have to be a loner and never see anyone or never talk to anyone again or never go out with friends again, okay? October is all about having fun, and I feel like if you don't do that, they're gonna want you to do that before they push things through. Because if they give you a breakthrough, they're afraid that you're never gonna they're afraid you're always gonna just work. If they keep giving you all these breakthroughs, they're afraid you're never gonna turn and focus on the other important aspects of your life, like family, friends, hobbies, just doing regular things, watching TV, stuff like that. Like, career should not consume your entire existence, or school, or whatever it may be. It should not consume your entire existence, okay? So Thank you so much, Pile 4, for watching. I hope this resonated with you. It was a very interesting reading, to say the least. And I will see all of you beautiful souls on the next one. Let me know if it's going to resonate. Let me know if it's going to resonate. Let me know if it did resonate. And yeah, I hope everyone has a lovely October. Happy Halloween, okay? Shout out to my Libras and Scorpios. And I will see all of you beautiful souls on the next one. Bye, guys.